Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tour Reviews, and if you guys have seen my channel before, you guys know I love to test out stuff to see if it actually works, of course. And I've done a ton of stuff in the past, always fun doing this. I like to be as brutally honest and as unbiased as possible. Now, Chemical Guys did not reach out to me, never have talked to these guys before, not a sponsorship or anything. I bought this myself on Amazon, and I'll throw a link in the description if you guys want to check this out, depending on how this does. So I've never used this before. No idea, how this is going to turn out exactly. Now, I'm a little surprised they don't really give you a nice bit of instructions on this stuff. So, I mean, they give you like a whole kit here. It'd be cool if they gave you like even just like one piece of paper that said, hey, here's what you do step by step. So anyways, this is going to be a dilution. So this is going to be a fabric clean, carpet, and upholstery shampoo. It looked really simple from the Amazon ad. So it was pretty much you use this little scrub brush here, you attach it to a drill, and kind of go to town. It seemed pretty simple here. So it says to dilute this from fully concentrated. They said do a 20x1 for general purpose and a 8x8:1 for extra duty cleaning areas. Now, my Tacoma isn't that bad. There is some staining on there. And we're going to try out a floor mat just like they did in the video on the Amazon ad. Now, what I did was to keep this as fair as possible was instead of doing the 20:1, I did the 16:1 ratio. So they're super close to each other. I figured, you know what, I'll do the 16:1. That way I'm not doing the lowest concentration, nor am I doing the max concentration. I'm right in the middle there to get the most fair, best chance possible here. And I'm a little surprised I don't really tell you, a little bit more what to do on here. It says just spray on, scrub it out, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else really on here at all. So it's not like you spray it and let it sit for, 2 minutes, then scrub it out. So it's nothing really like specific. So I'm trying to make sure I do this exactly to the directions. So it says dilute product to suit, mix in cleaning bucket or spray bottle, which we're doing the spray bottle, apply a light coat over the contaminated area, agitate with a stiff bristle brush with a drill, and then we're going to blot up foam and debris with a microfiber towel or remove completely with hot water detail extractor. So we're going to be doing the microfiber towel, and we're going to remove the excess water and cleaner and allow to air dry, and then repeat as needed and increase strength as needed. So let me grab a microfiber towel as well too, and we're going to do it exactly how they showed in the video. There we go. Just do a light misting like it said. There we go. That's a nice light misting there. Now I got the blue tape here to, of course, give me a control. We can see a nice before and after. This is the passenger side floor mat in this Tacoma. Pretty sure this one is factory original. It's got the Tacoma lettering on it. So there we go. It doesn't say anything about letting it sit for a little bit, which I'm kind of surprised. It says just go right to town on it. I'm going to put the drill into low speed, high torque, because I feel I don't want the stuff spraying over the place. So let's give it a shot. It actually smells really, really nice. And let's see what we can do here. Well, it's not really sudsing up at all here, so I'm going to put this drill on higher speed here, see what happens. Maybe I'm doing something wrong there. I want to make sure whatever I do it right here. Not really getting a lot of suds here. It did say to lightly spray it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it again and then go over it with the drill again, just to make sure I used enough and make sure I'm not doing anything wrong here. So just a light spray on here like it said. And we'll go over this one more time to make sure here. Now this format, of course, isn't that bad. So I'm just kind of curious what it will do initially here for me. Okay, there we go. Now let's take a microfiber cloth. It says to, of course, remove any of the suds that way. There's not really any suds. I mean, I sprayed it twice, so it smells really good, I will say that. Now, I don't like that that brush is kind of grabbing on the edge of this carpet here and kind of making it, I guess, pilling it a little bit there. So I'm not a fan of that. Well, I'm not really seeing a difference here at all between these two. I mean, yeah, this one's a little bit wet now and it's agitated. Let's take it in the Tacoma, and I want to see if it can clean out some real stains in the Tacoma. Now, in the bottom of the Tacoma, there's some decent stains in there, so we should be able to tell here pretty quick, is this thing going to work or not? So let's go over the Tacoma and check it out there. All right, so here's the passenger side foot. Well, of course, you can see, yeah, there's some staining in here, definitely. Not sure what this is from exactly. I do know that this Tacoma had that passenger side leak here under the firewall, which I did end up fixing. I did a whole video on that. You pull the fenders off to fix it, which is kind of crazy. But let's try this again here. This should be a really good test here. So we're going to see this for real time. This can actually clean this mess up in here or not. Let's find out. All right, that should be enough there. Did a good amount in there. Again, I'm going to put the drill back to low here. I don't want to damage into the carpet if I don't have to, so let's find out. Okay, there we go. I think I agitated everything quite nicely there. So let's take a microfiber and see if this stuff all wipes off or not. I'm kind of curious. All right, so it's all wiped off now. I don't know. I'm not really seeing like a huge difference. Like, wow, it's so much cleaner. But I mean, I think it is cleaner. You know, I mean, I actually sprayed something on it, wiped it off, so there's some bit of cleaning action going on there. But you know, like here, I can still kind of see that stain there. Definitely over here, I can still see the stain. It looks cleaner up here, but I mean, never was really that dirty to begin with, anyways. So I'm gonna spray this again and do it again, see if that does anything better. But I will say over here, I'm already starting to get the carpet a little bit of pilling here, so I'm not really liking this system at all. It is damaging the carpet a little bit, so maybe I'm pushing too hard, I don't know. But I'm trying to make this thing, you know, give it the best, you know, effort I can to make this thing actually work. So let's spray it again, try it again, see what happens. Now, I don't know what's going on here, guys, but it says high sudsing action. I'm not seeing any suds here at all. So, I mean, I'm following this exactly to how it says it to be. Doing a slightly higher dilution than normal, which isn't too much. You know, it's 16:1 dilution there. So, I don't know. I let this sit for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes now. So maybe that'll help out a little bit. So let's give that a shot. All right, there we go. Round 2, all agitated now. Let's wipe it off again. All right, there we go. So yeah, definitely better than the first time. I think letting it sit a little bit helped. It's by no means perfect, but it definitely is better than when we started. So that is nice. It smells great. So let's try another side, see if it's a little bit different. I want to make sure I give this thing, you know, the best possible chance here. So let's move to the driver's side, see what happens. All right, so as you can see, the driver's side is significantly worse, and I saved it for last because of this. So what we're going to do here, best possible chance, I'm going to spray it down pretty good here with a moderate amount of the spray. We're then going to let it sit for 2 minutes before I begin doing anything on it, and we're going to do one take here. So we're going to see what happens here. One take, moderate amount of spray, 2 minutes to settle in there. So let's go for it. Okay, and that's been 2 minutes now of just sitting. Let's see if we can get some of that high sudsing action like it claims in the bottle. I have yet to see any suds here, so that's kind of wild. I checked the dilution. We're good on the dilution here. I'm using the drill as instructed here, so let's give this a shot. All right, so that's been agitated now. Let's pull out the microfiber towel and see if it gets any cleaner. I mean, kinda. I'm gonna take this one step further. I'm gonna grab a vacuum and vacuum up all the dirt in here and make sure that's not causing any issue with this test at all. So vacuum it all out, see what happens here. All right, so that's all vacuumed out now. It might look a little bit cleaner right now, guys, but it's wet. So it looks a little better because it's wet, not because I don't think it's actually that clean. I'm going to give it another shot here. We're going to spray it on down again moderately. Give it another, 2 minutes to set in. Agitate it again. See what happens here. So let's try it again. There we go. 2 minutes. Let's give this thing a shot and see what happens. All right, it's been re-agitated again. Let's wipe it off with the microfiber. So I guess it's a hair cleaner. I mean, some of the staining has come out. I think that's about it, but I'm not really super impressed by this. Let's go back inside. Let's see how that floor mat is doing. I let it dry out for a bit here. Part of the bottle says to dry it out, of course, air dry. So let's see if it looks any different. All right, so back in here now, taking a look at this floor mat. I'm not seeing a difference at all, and I know this thing has not been cleaned for quite a while. No staining on it, of course, but again, I mean, I feel like I should have just bought one of the extractors anyways for cleaning carpets. I think that would have been a lot better investment here. I followed directions exactly to the T. As much as I think these directions are very just, vague, there's not much you can do here. So, of course, dilute the product, mix into a spray bottle with the proper dilution. I did 16:1. Agitate with a stiff bristle brush, which they provided. I used the drill, of course. Blot up foam and debris with a microfiber towel. Again, did that. And then, of course, remove it completely with either an extractor, which you probably should just use first anyways, and then remove the excess water and cleaner and allow it to air dry. And that's what we did here. So, no, I'm not really seeing a difference here at all, guys, or it doesn't even look even worth it to even bother with this stuff at all. So I'm glad I was actually able to test this stuff out, guys. And yeah, I can give this thing a do not recommend. Even on this thing, which was very clean, no staining on this thing really at all. I expected to see something to happen here with, make it look a bit cleaner, something. If anything, this damages your carpet. I mean, look at this. That was not there before. Not really happy with using this stuff at all. I can post another video, you guys want, to what the front seats of the truck look like when they dry, but again, it did very little. Honestly, just go buy a carpet cleaning extractor. That seems like the best bet to do anyways. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, guys. Stay safe out there.